Hey guys, I just think it's time to have a conversation about this. Epstein is revealing everything, and what Epstein is really revealing is that these survivors have been right all along. These survivors, Epstein is showing us that we have the elite of this country, the people who run the media, who run at the top of the both sides of the political parties, who run Hollywood, are all involved in pedophilia, rape, and SRA. And what's sad is for decades you have had survivors coming forward and saying, "Hey, this is real. This is happening." And what's been horrible is instead of listening to these incredible angels who God has rescued from the flames, the media and the establishment labeled them as crazy. They called it false memories. They called it satanic panic. But guess what, guys? It's real. They were right all along. And, the same thing here in Utah, right? We've got so many people in this state with the whole all is well in Zion. There's no evil. There's no problems. I mean, look, the law enforcement has said SRA is real. Our state legislators have met with enough victims of SRA to pass legislation about it. Last year, Glenn Pace came forward, interviewed 60 victims of horrific abuse, and said there's no questioning this is happening. He doesn't know what to do about it at almost every level of the church. But instead of listening to these survivors, what did we do in Utah? The same thing. We silenced them. We called them crazy. We called it false memory. But the fact of the matter is, all that is done is pushed these and is gagged these survivors, kept them living in the shadows, while these perpetrators have continued to run free. I think the thing people should be, I think here's what's hard for me. I think any honest person can look at Epstein, read the Glenn Pace memo, go look at what happened to David Hamblin, how he has continually run free. SRA is without question real. And what hurts me after talking to 100 incredible survivors of this abuse is that we, the people, instead of being outraged and trying to figure out who's abusing and who's hurting these children, our focus isn't on demanding justice from our politicians, demanding justice nationally for these people who have been doing this to Epstein. We're not demanding justice for running our local people who we know were involved run free. We're not going after Gordon Bowen and David Hamblin and David Levitt. What are we doing in Utah? We're attacking the survivors. I just can't understand that. Help me understand where, if these survivors have truly been through the things they claim to have been through, and Epstein proves that they were right. If God has snatched these precious children from the flames and spared their lives for them to come and warn us of what is happening, I would hate to be on the wrong side of being attacking the survivors rather than demanding justice and demanding what is happening with this evil that is infiltrating our country, our state, and our backyard. And especially here in Utah, I mean, where are we in this battle? We're checked out. We're literally all is well in Zion. And I honestly think it is this evil that is permeating it is systematically, what is going on with Epstein is systematic corruption. And it is for this reason, I believe, when God wages and comes with his vengeance, it will begin in his house. Because in the house, in the place it should have been stopped, in the place where people should have been standing against it, we've been sitting on the sidelines. We've been putting our head in the sand, wanting to not look at it, focusing on being real housewives instead, and being cool and being one with the world. And I've just had all hell come on us this week. And you see everyone who's turning because we're calling out this corruption. And the fact of the matter is, whether we stand alone, we will stand with these survivors. And I would encourage you, instead of mocking them, instead of calling them crazy and false memories, maybe it's time to listen. Give them space. Remove the gags from them and let them speak. Because I will tell you, you will meet some of the most precious, beautiful souls, people I believe God rescued from the most horrific things, so that they could lead the battle of good and evil. These people shouldn't be silenced. They're not crazy. And yes, they've been through horrific things, but I would encourage you to listen to these brave warriors, because I will tell you this stuff is real. And I will put every effort into protecting these survivors and going after the abusers, not trying to diminish and silence these survivors. I hope you guys will think about this, because this is the defining moment and issue of our time. This is why the moment of the great last days, when so much wickedness is happening, this is it. It's not people smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. There is true evil. SRA is real. And God expects us to stand and fight.